Hello friends, this is our 6th lecture. Welcome back to Mathew Arnold and the study of poetry. So we have seen so far the two dangers probable in assessing the poetry or studying poetry. One is the historic estimate and the other is the personal estimate. Very often it happens that your estimate of poetry, it depends on your liking for some authors or some poets, and also the situation, the historical situation. See, the contribution made by a poet to a particular language and literature in a particular period of its development. So these are possible fallacies. Now what we should do is that to escape from this, he says that there is a method. Of course, the right method, D.S. Eliot has told us that honest criticism and sensible appreciation should be directed not upon the poet but upon the poetry. Now here, before that, a step just behind that, what Mathew Arnold advises us is, you use the touchstone method. And what is this touchstone method? Comparative method. You compare. See, compare lines of Keats with the lines of Robert Frost, see, poems of Robert Frost, or any such poet you can see, or with the Chaucer, or with the Dante, or with the Shakespeare, then you will see. And according to him, he gives a list of classic poets, touchstone poets. First one, of course, is Homer, second one is Dante, third one you have got Shakespeare, of course nobody can deny a position to him, and fourth is Milton, which is doubtful. Later on we will see that T.S. Eliot, he gives very, according to T.S. Eliot, there is a dissociation of sensibility, and that has been, this dissociation of sensibility has said something that set in 17th century, and Milton himself was affected by this. That's what T.S. Eliot says. So that is, of course, it comes later. For the time being, so touchstone method, what does touchstone method mean? It means that you compare lines. And he says, always have in mind lines and expressions of the great masters and apply them. Who are these great masters we have seen now? Shakespeare, Milton in England, Italy, the Italian Dante, and also the Greek Homer. So these are the masters of master poets, you can see, masters. And apply them as touchstone to other poets. That is the thing. So he said, then you will find resemblance, you will find dissimilar, some lines will be dissimilar, some passage will be resemble. So depending on that, you can make your judgment. Understand? So the presence and the absence of high poetic quality, the degree of this quality. So these are the parameters you can see. The presence of poetic quality, the absence of high poetic quality, degree of this poetic quality. Understand? Select passages, even a single line will do, he says. Even a single line will do. In King Lear you see, ripeness is all. So that is great poetry. So the same, we are very often, I come and stand before you and quote these lines from Shakespeare, no? That is, everyone masters a grief, but that has it. Much ado about is one line, much ado about nothing. So one line will do to measure the greatness or the highest poetic quality of an author. One line will do. Or that context when he says, et tu brute. The Caesar's 3 words will do. Or when you see multitudinous seas incarnadine, Lady Macbeth. Is there anything greater than that in poetry? High poetic quality. So that is, substance is the movement, the substance, the liquidity. Whatever you want to call, you will find in this. High seriousness. Isn't it? Yes. And Mark Antony's speech, the friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. There is I come to bury Caesar, not to praise him. The evil that men do leaves after them, universal. The good is oft hinted with their bones. So let it be this season. That is universal. Universal truth. Universal conceivable truth. Not truth as such. Truth as such will be history. What is conceivable? Possible. That is possible. Some people say that possible. Yes. For stress, they will say like that. Possible. That is high quality poetry. Poetic quality. Understand that? Or again, I have seen, we have already seen that line, Ugolino sin inferno. I wailed not. I wailed not. In my second lecture, I given it as so of stone I grew within. I wailed not. So of stone I grew within. They wailed. Do you feel the sublime in that? Do you feel the high seriousness in that? Do you feel the liquidity of the movement in that? This is great poetry. Or those lovely words of Beatrice to Virgil. She says, of such sort hath God, thankful be His mercy, made me. I will write it because this is the first time. The other one I already got. Of such sort. Of such sort hath God, thankful be His mercy. Of such sort of God, thankful be His mercy. Of such sort of God, thankful be His mercy. Thankful be His mercy. And then she says that thankful be His mercy, made me. Sorry. Made me. Thankful be His mercy, made me. That your misery touched me not. That your misery touched me not. That your misery touched me not. God has made me in such a way. Neither doth the flame of this fire strike me. Neither doth the flame of this fire strike me. See that? These are the words of lovely Beatrice to Virgil in Paradiso. So when Virgil reaches, or when Virgil confronts Beatrice, she says like this: of such sort of God, thankful be His mercy, made me. He made me like this. So what happens? That your misery touches me not. What do you consider your misery? It has no effect on me. Neither doth the flame of this fire strike me. So nothing will affect me. Because God has made me in such a way. In His mercy, His boundless mercy, God has made me in such a way. So this is poetry of, these are lines of high poetic quality. Understand? Or says, what is Milton says, Milton's two lines from Milton. You can also not always Dandy and Virgil and Homer, but also let's have Milton. Two lines taken from Milton, you can see. He says, and courage never to submit or yield. And about Satan, and courage never to submit or yield. See? And courage never to submit or yield. Says, and what is else not to be overcome. And what is else? And what is else not to be overcome. So it reveals the mind, the inner mind of that character. Again, poetic quality, of high poetic quality. So these lines like this, which I have already given you, lines like this, what happens is, they keep clear and sound our judgments. So compare this with the poets. Say if you are reading romantic poets or classical, neoclassical poets, you compare these lines. Then you will find that most of those poets whom we consider as great classics, they are not classics. Or you will think that, you will feel that you become conscious of the fact that your judgment is not in the right way, moving in the right way. So keep clear these lines, you keep in your mind. So make your judgments clear to save us from fallacious estimates. See then, to conduct us to real estimate. If you keep these words, these lines with you, remember this line. It will not take you to fallacious estimates. It will take you to right estimates. The possession of the very highest poetic quality. Because they are touchstones, You just compare lines with this. That's when at the end he praises Chaucer like anything. He says he is one of the best, the greatest poet of poets in English literature. He compares French romances. And then he says French romances someday in the history of French literature or even European literature, you can say. French romances contributed to the growth of Italian literature and also English literature. But he says none of this will equal that of Chaucer. He has a place he has rightly earned among the glorious poets of English literature. But he says he is not a classic. That's the thing. That is the real estimate. Otherwise it should be historical estimate or even personal. Because who would not be charmed by the lines of the opening lines of the prologue? One that Aprile with his Sure. Who wouldn't be? Understand? So, there you are. Small fowl mac and melody. Small fowl may they open their eyes throughout night, they sing. Because Virtu engendered is the flow. Virtu, then it just got some sexual overtones. But in the right sense, time of engendering, generation, generating new life, enlivening, pursuit to the rooted, such liquor, sweet elixir like water, penetrated into the roots of the drought-stricken plants, then engendered. It's what a beautiful description is that. Nobody can deny it. But there's movement, there's substance, everything, but no high seriousness. There's a little bit of playfulness. Therefore, he says he cannot be, so that he cannot be counted as a classic, like Homer or like Virgil. That's it. So therefore, keep these lines with you. It will not lead you astray. It will not take you to fallacious judgments. Listen, it will take you the highest, it will tell you, it will prompt you, saying that, these are lines of highest poetic quality. That's how you can escape from these fallacies. Understand? Verse of the Master, V-E-R-S-E, verse. I didn't say verse, but verse. Verse of the Master is far better than prose of the critic. That's very good, no? Suppose I go on talking to you about this, then that is a teacher's words or prose. But if you see critics, what happens is sometimes they confuse you. Teachers also, like me, I guess, by repeating and saying this thing, that thing, unnecessary examples and so on, they can confuse you. But look at the verse of the Master, means lines of the Master. That's better than, far better than, far better than the prose of the critic. So don't go for that. High poetic quality, according to Aristotle, is possessing higher truth, not the actual. Art does not present actual things before you. Art presents what is conceivable, what is possible. So, high poetic quality means superiority of poetry over history. History tells you the fact. You remember now when we were discussing Sir Philip Sidney said, Xenophon's Cyrus and Herodotus Cyrus both are different. The historian Cyrus died on the battlefield, but Xenophon's Cyrus died in his bedroom after attaining maturity of life. Means maturity in happy old age. So that is conceivable, the other is fact. So we are given about 18 lectures, we have done about 18 lectures on Sir Philip Sidney. So if you have time, you can go through that, it's very nice. The first great modern critic of English literature. The founding father of criticism, modern criticism in English. Before that you have Longinus, Horace, Aristotle. We have also done that. Okay. So it is that matter and the matter and the substance, the manner and style. So these are the things that will help you to judge whether the piece has got high poetic quality. So possessing highest truth and also high seriousness. Truth, seriousness, diction, movement. Truth, seriousness, diction and movement. Liquidity of movement, not blocking. When that aprile with his Suresh, there is liquidity of movement. Understand? The drought of Mathew has perceived to the rooted. The second line, I think it's like that. If I have made a mistake, you should forgive me. I will look up tomorrow and tell you the character version. I think it's when the April of the Surah, the drought of Mathew has perceived to the rooted. Yes, I think it's like that. If I have made a mistake, you forgive me. Tomorrow I will correct it. Okay. So you have a truth, seriousness, diction, and also movement. Don't dissect. When you get a piece, don't try to dissect. You take the zoology students, you take a frog and dissect. Now it is not allowed. But once upon a time, where can you see the life? Where is life? Is it life in the eyes? No. Head? No. Body? No. Liver? No. Kidney? No. Heart? No. Then where is life? You can't see life. Life intangible, it's a mystery. You can see a living being like that. You can see, you can feel the greatness of high poetic quality of a work. But if you analyze diction, truth, movement, liquidity, and etc., or take the word by word meaning of this line, the metaphorical meaning of the lines or the words, you are not going to find the poetic quality. The poetic quality is an intangible quality. You cannot touch it, you can only feel it. You can only taste it. But you will know it. The moment you read the oration, say Antony's oration, you will say, oh, it is of high quality. Isn't it? And when you say the playfulness of a satirist, for example, you will say, oh, what is this? This is everybody knows. That is the thing. Or the scathing criticism even. You will say, oh, this is okay, this is. So, everybody knows this. Understand? Who would deny the great poetic quality of simple words put together and miles to go before I sleep and miles to go before I sleep? No bombastic style, no metaphor. Of course, the whole thing is a metaphor, but you cannot, or you can say, there's no magnificent diction, no splendid language, something that the language you are using every day. But the combination, that's what makes great poetry, the poetic quality. I hope you understand. Now, what we have been trying to find out, the method suggested by Mathew Arnold to keep clear of your judgment, that is touchstone method. He says touchstone method means you keep the lines of the master poets and master minds and master spirits of literature, like Homer. Then you have got Dandy and Shakespeare and Milton, they are touchstone poets. And few lines we have seen. Keep this in your mind. When you read a poem, you try to compare this. That's a touchstone method, means comparatively, and see whether you find high truth in it. See if you find the liquidity of movement, substance in it. Also the style. See whether you have these things. As you have these in the lines that you are keeping in your mind, then it will not lead you to fallacious judgments. You will not be affected by historic fallacy. You will not be affected by personal fallacy. More than that, you will be enjoying the grandeur of that poetic quality. This, some of the points that you can keep in your mind is, according to Aristotle, there should be, he says that higher truth and also higher seriousness. Higher truth and higher seriousness. In our next class, we will see why Chaucer is not considered as a great classic. That could be a question for your interview or your examination. After all saying this, he has got all the qualities Mathew Arnold denies. Mathew Arnold says, no, Chaucer is not a great classic. I don't say that you should agree with Mathew Arnold. You can have your point of view. That's a different thing, but when he is talking to us like this, in this train, then you will also think that, yes, it may be like that. Because lines such as Ugolinos, oh, that is a wonderful line, isn't it? Ugolinos. What does he say? I wail not, so of stone I grew within. They wail. That inability of that soul. I wail not, so of stone I grew within. They wail. And the Beatrice says, God made me such that your misery and this fire will not touch me. See? Such lines you keep in your mind. Then compare. That is touchstone method. Understand? The matter, the substance, the manner, the style. The matter, the substance, the manner, the style. MS, for short. Matter M. Substance S. Manner M. Style S. High seriousness, higher truth. High seriousness, higher truth, according to Aristotle. That makes a great classic. I hope you have followed me. So, we will meet again with the Chaucer. The course of the history, you can say it's a kind of what he has, the rest of the essay you can say, the study of poetry deals with a brief history of development of the English poetry. From French Romance onwards. You have got French Romance, then Chaucer, then Dryden, and so on. So how he is assessing this use. So till then, till we meet again, bye, have a nice time, enjoy your life.